Alexander the Great did not fear his enemies. He feared something far worse. He feared a world without conquest. Born into power, raised on war, and praised as a god, Alexander believed movement was life, and stillness was death. This is not a story about glory. It is a story about ambition that never learned how to end. Alexander was born into a kingdom that demanded dominance. Macedon was not admired, it was feared. His father, King Philip II, had transformed it into a disciplined war machine. Through military reform, political manipulation, and brutal efficiency, Philip subdued the Greek city-states and unified them under his command. Alexander inherited not peace, but expectation. Growing up, Alexander was surrounded by victories that were not his own. Every triumph of his father became a silent burden. Ancient historians note that Alexander feared one thing deeply, that his father would leave him nothing left to conquer. From childhood, he believed greatness was not optional, it was mandatory. Under Aristotle's guidance, Alexander developed a sharp, restless intellect. He studied Homer obsessively, keeping a copy of the Iliad by his side even during campaigns. Achilles became his ideal, a warrior remembered forever, even if his life was short. This belief shaped Alexander's psychology. Better to burn brightly and briefly than to fade into obscurity. When Alexander ascended the throne at the age of 20, instability followed immediately. Greek cities revolted, sensing weakness. Alexander responded with speed and terror. The destruction of Thebes was not an emotional act, but a calculated demonstration. Resistance would not be tolerated. The lesson worked. Greece submitted without further rebellion. With his rear secured, Alexander turned east toward Persia, the greatest empire the world had known. Crossing into Asia Minor, he performed a ritual act, casting his spear into foreign soil and claiming it as destiny. From this moment forward, Alexander's campaigns were no longer political, they were personal. Against Persian forces vastly superior in number, Alexander relied on precision, discipline, and shock. At Issus and later at Gaugamela, he did not simply defeat Darius III. He dismantled the myth of Persian invincibility. Darius fled, abandoning his family, his army, and his authority. In Alexander's eyes, the Persian crown now belonged to him by right. As Alexander advanced, his identity began to change. In Egypt, he was crowned pharaoh and declared the son of the god Amun. This recognition did more than elevate his status. It altered his self-perception. From this point on, Alexander began to blur the line between king and deity. Criticism became rare. Dissent became dangerous. Power isolated him. His court grew silent. His generals obeyed but no longer advised. His closest companions feared him as much as they loved him. Alcohol became a constant presence. Paranoia followed. When Clytus openly criticized Alexander's growing arrogance, Alexander killed him in a drunken rage. The realization of what he had done shattered him, briefly. But remorse could not undo transformation. Alexander pressed onward, deeper into unknown lands. Each victory demanded another. The farther he went, the less human he became to those around him. In India, his army finally reached its breaking point. Years of marching, disease, and endless warfare drained their will. For the first time, Alexander faced resistance he could not defeat. Refusal. He turned back, not because he wanted to, but because even a god needs followers. Returning west, Alexander planned new conquests: Arabia, the Western Mediterranean, perhaps even beyond. His ambition had no boundary, but his body did. In Babylon, he fell ill and died at the age of 32. No successor, no structure, no restraint. His empire collapsed almost instantly. His generals divided it among themselves. Wars erupted. Unity vanished. What Alexander built through motion could not survive without him. Alexander conquered the world, but he never learned how to live inside it. Alexander did not fail because he was weak. He failed because he was unstoppable. He believed greatness required constant conquest, and when the world finally ran out of land, there was nowhere left for his ambition to go. History remembers his victories, but history also remembers the cost of a man who never learned how to stop.